If you've been glued to your screen watching 90-Day Fiance the other way, you know that Shekinah Garner and Sarper have given us enough red flags to knit a quilt the size of Turkey. From the obsession with aesthetics to the controlling behavior that made us all scream at our TVs, this relationship has been a roller coaster. But now, the roller coaster might have finally gone off the rails. Recently, Shekinah has been dropping hints that are impossible to ignore, suggesting that paradise isn't just troubled, it might be completely dismantled. Are Shekinah and Sarper officially history? Let's dive into the messy, emotional, and absolutely wild details of what is going on with our favorite aesthetic duo. The clues that broke the internet. Let's keep it real. In the world of reality TV, a breakup doesn't happen with a press release. It happens on Instagram. It happens with cryptic quotes, archived photos, and unfollowing sprees. And honey, Shekinah has been serving all of the above. Fans first started noticing trouble in paradise when the usual flood of couple goals photos on Shekinah's feed started to dry up. We are used to seeing them perfectly posed, filtered to the gods, and matching in leather outfits. But recently, silence. Then came the stories. Shekinah, who has spent season after season defending Sarper's behavior to her friends, family, and the entire audience, started sharing quotes about self-worth, narcissism, and knowing when to walk away. You don't post a quote about toxic cycles when you're happily picking out curtains with your hubby. You post that when you are going through it. A woman who knows her worth is dangerous to a man who can't afford her. When Shekinah reposted sentiments like this, the fandom collectively gasped. Was she finally seeing what we've been seeing since day one? Was the fog lifting? Spilling the tea, the control issue. Here is where it gets emotional. For a long time, Shekinah portrayed herself as the woman who could tame the bad boy. We all remember Sarper's infamous body count admission, 2,500 women. Really, Sarper? And how Shekinah tried to brush it off as part of his past. But recent reports and insider spills suggest that the control issues became too much to bear. We saw it on the show. Remember the weigh-ins? Remember him telling her what makeup to wear? Remember the lollipop incident? At the time, Shekinah played it cool. She acted like it was a quirky cultural difference or just Sarper being Sarper. But behind closed doors, it seems the reality was much heavier. Sources close to the situation suggest that Shekinah is finally admitting that the pressure to be perfect for Sarper was exhausting. Imagine living your life where your partner treats you like a customizable doll rather than a human being with feelings. It's heartbreaking, honestly. We look at Shekinah, a successful esthetician, a mother, a woman who seemingly has it all, and we wonder why stay? But we all know that love and manipulation is a heck of a drug. The unfollow heard round the world. If the quotes were a whisper, the social media activity was a scream. At one point, eagle-eyed fans noticed that photos of Sarper had been archived or removed from Shekinah's grid. In 2024, that is the equivalent of burning his clothes on the front lawn. While they have played the breakup to make up game before, this time feels different. The tone of her posts isn't just angry, it feels resigned. It feels like a woman who has tried everything, changing her hair, changing her diet, changing her life, and realized that the goalposts keep moving. Sarper, for his part, has remained characteristically arrogant on his own socials, continuing to post thirst traps and workout videos, seemingly unbothered. But isn't that always the way? The partner who caused the pain is out living their best life, while the other is left picking up the pieces. The emotional toll. Why we are rooting for Shekinah. Look, it's easy to make fun of the plastic surgery and the vanity. But at the core of this, Shekinah is a woman who just wanted to be loved. She moved across the world, leaving her life in Los Angeles behind, to be with a man she thought was her soulmate. It is incredibly relatable. How many of us have ignored a red flag because the chemistry was fire? How many of us have thought, I can change him? When Shekinah spills on these marital issues, she isn't just gossiping, she is processing. She has hinted that the isolation in Turkey, combined with Sarper's intense jealousy and demand for her to adhere to his strict standards, slowly chipped away at her spirit. There is a rumor floating around that a specific argument regarding her relationship with her family back in the US was the final straw. Sarper has always been possessive, But if he tried to cut off her support system entirely, that is a deal-breaker for any mama bear. Are they officially over? The verdict. So, is it a done deal? Is the Sarper and Shekinah brand dissolved? The answer is, it's complicated. As of right now, neither has issued an official divorce statement. In the world of 90-Day Fiance, contracts often prevent cast members from spoiling the current season. They might be legally required to keep us guessing until the tell-all episode airs. However, if you read between the lines, the writing is on the wall. Shekinah is spending more time in the US. She is engaging with comments that tell her she deserves better. She is focusing on her business and her own glow-up, an internal glow-up this time, not just lip filler. Here is my take. I think the romantic relationship is dead, but the drama is alive and well. They might drag this out for another season of The Last Resort. TLC loves a messy couple therapy arc, but as far as a healthy, functioning marriage, that ship has sailed, hit an iceberg, and sank. What this means for you and us. Why do we care so much? Because watching Shekinah is like watching a friend make a mistake you can't stop them from making. We want to shake her and say, you are enough. You don't need to weigh a certain amount or wear your hair a certain way to be worthy of love. If they are indeed over, we should celebrate. Not because we want a broken family, but because we want Shekinah to find a partner who loves her for her, not for the aesthetic she provides. What do you think, 90-Day fam? Do you think this is just a publicity stunt to get on the next season? Or do you think Shekinah has finally woken up and kicked Sarper to the curb? And let's be real, would you ever date a man who claimed to have slept with 2,500 people? Hard pass from me. Sound off in the comments. We are reading everything. If there is one thing we know for sure, it's that the truth always comes out at the tell-all. Until then, we will be here refreshing our feeds and waiting for the next drop of tea. Stay tuned, stay messy, and remember, know your worth.